Hi to our old and new subscribers, welcome. This is Diary of the Law. First, I want to say a big thank you to all our subscribers. I don't look at the numbers, I'm just like, how did we even get here? Thank you so much for all the love, all the support, watching the videos, liking it, commenting, sharing with your other friends and even your enemies. Thank you so much. It always means a lot that you do that. Thank you so much. Today I want to talk about a very specific topic. I want to talk about Affray. This topic is for people that they love to fight. You are the best in fighting. In fact, they call you Jackie Chan. You fight everybody and anybody. You have fought your friends, you fought family members, you have fought every single person. This topic is for you. So Affray is basically fighting in public. So people shouldn't be fighting in public, and so it's an offense against public order and peace. It is a mutual fight between parties in a public place that is to the detriment of other people in society. That is what Affray is. So it's very important that Affray, it is an offense that must be committed in public. You must fight in public, in a public space, maybe in a market square. If you throw some blows and punches there, you and your fighter friend, that constitutes Affray, because it is fighting in a public space that is to the detriment or to the harm of people in society, other people in society, basically. So a public space is a place where people have access to without having to pay any money. It's just a very free space that people can come in and go as they please. So places like the market, places like religious, places like churches, things like that, those amount to a public spaces, public spaces that you cannot fight in. So if your pastor pitches a very bad sermon and you go ahead and you throw a punch at his face, that amounts to Affray, because it is a fight that occurs in a public space. However, we shouldn't be fighting in church, but that is what Affray is, fighting in a public space. And a public space is a place where people have access to freely. Now, if somebody fights in, let's say, their room, their bedroom, that is not Affray. If you fight with your roommates in the room, that is not Affray. That is not Affray, because your bedroom is not a public space. It is not a theater where people come and go as they please. So it's a private space, and so any fights or conflict or physical altercations that go on in that space do not amount to Affray. Now, it's important to know that we have said before that Affray is a mutual fight. So that means that I throw a punch, you throw a punch. That is what Affray is. It's mutual. Now, if it's the situation where you are attempting to defend yourself, perhaps self-defense, that does not constitute Affray. And so if you threw a punch at your pastor, and then your pastor, perhaps maybe he dodges it, or he attempts to do something that protects him, that does not amount to Affray, because he didn't attempt to hit you back. He attempted to protect himself, and so that is not Affray, because you're trying to defend yourself, trying to protect your own life. You understand? Like I said before, Affray must occur in a public space. It must also draw the attention of people of the society, and so it must be such that onlookers come ahead and they watch what you're doing. Like, it's actually causing an actual destruction to normal day-to-day life, that people have to stop their lives to watch you display such nuisance. Section 83 of the Criminal Code provides for the offense of Affray. Section what? 83, 8 and 3 provides for the offense of Affray. So here are some of the elements, the ingredients of the offense of Affray. The first is that a fight must have occurred. There must have actually been an actual fight, not an illusion of a fight, but an actual fight must have occurred. That is the first thing. Second, there must have been the presence of members of the public. So there must be presence of third parties in the conflict scene. Yes, so there must be a presence of onlookers, members of the public. Right. Number 3, must occur in a public space. Affray must occur in a public space. And the fourth, but not the last, is that it must not be justifiable or excusable by the law. So it must not be as a result of self-defense or any other thing of that sort. So that's actually about it for the offense of Affray. I think that what you're supposed to take from this class this video is don't be fighting. Do not be fighting, because if you do, it's punishable by up to 12 months imprisonment with an option of fine. So that is the punishment for Affray. Okay, so that's about it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay legal, stay safe, and can you nice day.